Etymology and historical origin of the baby name Teresa. Teresa's etymology is somewhat uncertain. It is thought to come from the Greek Theresian meaning to harvest, harvester, or from the Greek theros meaning summer. Therasia is also the name of a Greek island. Usage of Teresa as a female given name originated out of Spain and Portugal, where it remained largely confined until the Middle Ages. According to tradition, Therasia was a Spanish noblewoman and wife of the 4th century Roman senator and lawyer, St. Paulinus of Nola. After tragically losing their son, the wealthy couple gave everything to the poor and led a life of religious austerity. It is said that the name Teresa originated from this woman. Later on in history, Teresa of Ávila was a prominent 16th century Spanish saint who was likely the source of the name spreading beyond the borders of Spain and Portugal and embraced more widespread throughout Europe. As a mystic and meditation practitioner, Saint Teresa of Jesus, as she's often called, wrote prolifically, and her works were a vital contribution to the body of Spanish Renaissance literature. Adding further saintly currency to the name Teresa was a 19th century French Saint Teresa of Lisieux, Normandy, who is often referred to as the Little Flower of Jesus. Not only is she co-patron of France, along with St. Joan of Arc, but her place of pilgrimage in France is second only to Lourdes. Ironically, Saint Therese died a little-known cloistered Carmelite nun at the age of 24. It wasn't until after her death that she gained a huge following even beyond the French borders, thanks to her widely read autobiography Story of a Soul that she left behind. Her piously sentimental writings inspired a nation. Then of course, there's the unforgettable 20th century Mother Teresa of Calcutta. The name Teresa is practically synonymous with holiness, so it was no surprise that it became a name of choice among Catholics throughout the Western world. Teresa with an H is the version most often used by the English and Germans, while Teresa is the Spanish and Portuguese form and Therese the French. Pet forms include Tess, Tessa, and Terry. The 21st century seems to have left old Teresa behind, as the name is no longer popular except for in Austria, where she still ranks pretty high. The Spanish version Teresa is moderately popular in Spain and among Hispanic Americans. Personality of the girl named Teresa. The number 4 personality is marked by stability and discipline. This is the personality that follows the rules and is conservative by nature. They have an earthbound energy that prefers to build things methodically on top of firm foundations. They don't cut corners. 4s take their time and don't like to be hurried. But the outcome of their endeavors is likely to result in some strong and useful structure, which makes them great engineers and inventors. 4s are anything but frivolous or controversial. This is a trustworthy, straightforward personality that embodies dedication and organization. They are the backbone and anchor in their relationships, careers, and communities. They are tidy, punctual, and full of integrity. Hard work comes naturally to a 4, and they are immensely reliable. This is the personality you can always count on. Popularity of the girl named Teresa. Are you sitting down? Teresa just recently dropped off the American female naming charts in 2011 after centuries of prominent usage. And how sad it is to see her go. She's been replaced by the more informal Tess and Tessa. The Spanish form of Teresa is still in circulation in the United States, but Teresa is not. We were wholeheartedly shocked by this latest development. When you look back on the charts, Teresa held firm around the top 100 girl names in the country for over 100 years. Dating back to the late 1800s, which is as far back as the US. Government has been tracking naming trends. Teresa was a fan favorite. She came into the 20th century at position number 102, 1900, and rose to her heights during the 1920s and then again in the 50s and 60s, during which time she was often on the top 50 list. So whatever happened to this holy homegirl? Clearly by the 1990s Teresa was fast becoming passé. This is when the name started to see dramatic drops down the charts until she finally disappeared from circulation in 2011. It's not to say that some pious parents aren't using this name anymore, just not with enough frequency to make the charts. Catholics have generally been the driving force behind this name, and modern American Catholics, Hispanic Americans exempt, no longer pay homage to important saints when naming their sons and daughters. This is why Teresa remains on the charts, but Teresa does not. Tess and Tessa are now considered the sweetly charming old-fashioned pet versions of Teresa and have usurped her popularity by leaps and bounds. Goodbye for now, Teresa. We're certain sometime in the future parents will eventually harvest your name back into full bloom. Quick facts on Teresa. Gender, girl. Origin, English. Number of syllables, 3. Ranking popularity, not applicable. Pronunciation, Tres, Trayz. Simple meaning, harvester. Characteristics of Teresa. Dependable, conservative, studious, industrious, hardworking, solid, practical. Cultural references to the baby name, Teresa. Popular songs on Teresa. A song by Warrant, a song by Mark Arelli, Teresa, Sad Teresa. Famous people named Teresa. Teresa Randall, actress, Teresa Bernstein, artist, Teresa Russell, actress, Teresa Grentz, basketball player.